Hello, everyone at CANNT. It's Roberthawke. So glad to see you. An absolute pleasure being part of your virtual conference today. Here's the story that I really wanted to close with. And to me, it really sums up just how fantastic nurses are. When I had thyroid cancer, I went in for surgery. The day of surgery arrived. My mom and dad came into town. They were in the hospital, in the waiting room. I was literally outside the operating room door, and an orderly, a gentleman named Moses, really nice guy. I said to Moses, I said, "Can I walk in the operating room? I don't want to be wheeled in. Could I do that?" And he said, "Absolutely, Rob. You go ahead." And he helped me get out of the gurney, and then I stood there, and he pushed the door open for me. And I walked into the operating room, and the surgical team was there, all wearing masks, prepped to go. And I looked at them and I said very confidently, "Hi, my name is Rob, and I am your patient today." Got a huge laugh. I was so proud of myself. Why? Because I was pretending this was not bothering me. I was pretending cancer was no big deal to me at all, and everything was going to be fine. All the while, I was really scared. So I got up on the operating table. You know, they put me under. I was out like that. I woke up. I was in the recovery room. And I remember, gosh, my throat hurt because my thyroid was completely gone. There were all kinds of machines beeping. I had an IV in. I could hear my heart monitor going. I was confused. I was in pain. I wasn't doing well at all. But I remembered about my mom and dad. And I need to tell them that I am okay. I was gonna get out of my bed, get on the floor, and walk around the hospital and find my mom and dad. It was a bad idea, but I was committed to it. So I got my arm out, I got it on the railing. Then I thought, oh, I gotta get my foot up. I took my ankle and I swung it up and I got that onto the railing. Now I was gonna count off to 3. And I was gonna swing my right hip over. I was gonna vault out of the bed and land on the floor like Spider-Man and then sneak out of the recovery room on my hands and knees. This was a bad idea. So there I was, hand on the railing, leg on the railing, counting it off. 1, 2, 3. And at that point, something really good happened. A nurse who was in the recovering room, she noticed that I was up to no good. First thing she did, she made sure I was safe. Second thing she did, she just started to listen to me. You see, I didn't have to be strong anymore. I didn't have to pretend that this wasn't bothering me. I didn't have to pretend that I was too cool to be sad or frightened. So I just started to say things like, why did this happen to me? Why did I get cancer? And I think I was mad. I think I was really sad. I think I cried a bit. And the nurse did something amazing. She held my hand and she listened to me. She held my hand and she listened to me. That's all she did. She didn't have to listen for very long. 35 seconds maybe. And then the drugs took over and I was unconscious. When I woke up, I was in a different room and I was able to connect with my parents and tell them that I was all right. I never knew who that nurse was. I never knew even her first name. She had a huge effect on me. That was some of the best medical care that I received in my entire course of treatment. And I gotta tell you, some nights when I wake up in the middle of the night and I worry, you know, because that's the thing with folks who go through cancer, I remember that. And see, I don't know your work. I do not know. I don't know what it's really like for you. But I can imagine there are things like that happen where you're just going out through your day, you know, wherever you are in the country, you're just going through your day and you're connecting with patients, you're connecting with patients' families, and you're just having these small interactions with people that you don't think are a big deal. But I tell you, to us, they're huge. You connect with one of us, either us as patients or our family members, and You help us to feel human. That's a gift. No one would have guessed how frightened I was. And I think that's how it is many times with patients. We go through and we toughen up when we leave the house. We leave the house, we go to an appointment, we go see our medical practitioner. I tell you, we get as strong and we put on our poker face as much as we can. But we're scared. Anything you can do to help us feel human, we appreciate. A good friend of mine, Dr. Joseph McHale, he said, Rob, this is scientifically proven when patients have a significant connection, a strong connection with their healthcare team, their outcomes are better. That blew my mind. And to me, nurses just have such a wonderful opportunity to do that. So those of us who've received treatment and those of us who have family who are receiving treatment, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you for your skill. We want to say thank you for your compassion. Thank you for caring. It's been a real honor, everybody. Canadian Association of Nephrology Nurses and Technologists, I want to say thank you. Have a great day. Take care.